Today is Monday, Parashat Tavo. We're going to be learning halachot from halakha psukav chok liYisrael. En mevarchin al ochel min haochelin velo al mashke mikol hamashkin ad she'yavo lefanav. You don't say a bracha for any food or for any drink that you're going to drink unless the food or the drink is right in front of you. You cannot say a bracha expecting it to arrive before it's even there. And if he said the bracha before the food or the drink was in front of him, and then they brought it to him, he has to repeat the bracha. He cannot be relying on the bracha that he said already. Natal ochel uverach alav venafal miyado venisraf o shtafo nahar, notel acher vechozer uvarech alav. What if he said a bracha for a certain type of food, and that food that he was holding in his hand fell, and he cannot pick it up and eat it? Let's say it fell into a river, and the river took it away, or it fell into a fireplace and it got burnt, and he no longer has that initial food that he had in hand. What does he do? Notel acher, he should take another fruit or another item that is the same, and he says a new time the bracha. Even if it's not the same, if it's from the same kind. He had an apple in hand, he said a bracha, the apple fell into the river before he had a chance to take a bite, and the river took it away. He takes another apple, even though it's the same type of food, he has to say the bracha again. וצריך לומר ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד על ברכה ראשונה כדי שלא להוציא שם שמיים לבטלה. And he has to say, before he says the bracha on the new fruit that he picked up, he has to say ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד, so that the initial bracha that he said that should not be in vain, because he's not using it for the food, he's going to say another bracha. So the name of Hashem should not be in vain. He says this phrase, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed, which basically blesses Hashem and sort of like takes care of the issue of the name of Hashem being said in the first bracha, that it should not be in vain. עומד אדם על אמת המים ומברך ושותה, אף על פי שהמים שהיו לפניו בשעת הברכה אינם המים ששתה, מפני שלכך נתכוון תחילה. A person can stand next to a river and say bracha on water, and then drink from the water, even though the water that was there present when he said the bracha is no longer there. It already moved with the flow of the river. He moved downstream. But he still can drink from the water in front of him, because that's what he had in mind when he said the bracha for the water. He had in mind that it should be whatever water would be when he comes to drink, that is including the river as it's flowing. דברים הבאים בתוך הסעודה והן מחמת הסעודה אינם צריכים ברכה לפניהם ולא לאחריהם, אלא ברכת המוציא שבתחילה וברכת המזון שבסוף פותרת הכל, שהכל תפלה לסעודה. Any food that comes as part of the seudah is included in the Birkat HaMotzi and Birkat HaMazon. So you said the Motzi Lechem min haaretz on bread. Now you eat vegetables and you have all sorts of parts of the meal. You're going to eat whatever is part of your meal. You don't say a bracha on it, because the Birkat HaMotzi includes it as the first bracha. And Birkat HaMazon includes also everything that you ate within the meal. They're part of the meal. Udvarim she'ena mechamat ha-seudah. What about things that are not part of seudah? Like dessert, for instance. Tonim beracha lifnehem v'lo la'acharehem. You need the bracha before, but no bracha after. So you finished your meal, and now there's dessert. They're bringing some grapes or some fruits. You say, borei peri ha'etz on the fruits. And you don't need to say bracha achrona after the fruits, because Birkat HaMazon would include them. Now, what about cake? You had your meal, you finished the meal, and for dessert they bring a cake on the table. So now what should you do? Borei minei mezonot, or is that included already in Motzi Lechem min haaretz? It's a very good question. It all depends what's going on in terms of, are you still hungry? Then the cake is part of the meal. You don't need to say a bracha for it. But you're already full, so why are you having the cake? Oh, it's a birthday cake. It's a cake that is extra, not because I'm hungry. Then in that case, or because you want something sweet, but you're not hungry, you're not eating it because you're hungry, you need more food. In that case, you'd say, Borei mine mezonot, before you have that piece of cake. But then after the cake, you don't need to say ala michya, because that would be included in birkat mazon. דברים הבאים לאחר סעודה, בין מחמת הסעודה, בין שלא מחמת הסעודה, טעונים ברכה לפניהם ולאחריהם. But if you finished already the birkat mazon, and now you want to drink something, maybe a liquor, or you want to take something that's after the meal. You already finished your meal, say birkat mazon. You want to have something, a taste of something. Some people, let's say, have a candy or something after they finish the meal and they finish the birkat mazon, even though it was that the extra thing that you're eating is because of the meal, because you've already finished birkat mazon. If you already finished the meal, you still say a bracha that would be applicable for that food. Either the bracha before, for sure, and when applicable, also the bracha after. Let's say after you finish the meal, now you're going to have a cup of wine or liquor, then you say the bracha before and the bracha after. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.